Welcome to Business Live. I'm Mark Croskery. First up, capital markets, Jamaica Stock Exchange, Kingston Properties Limited, entering into an agreement to acquire commercial units in Cayman Islands, Grand Cayman. Kingston Properties, K. Pritt, just doing more and more deals under Mr. Kevin Richards. So they entered into a deal here to acquire 3 of 4 pre-construction units in a mixed-use industrial development in the Cayman Islands called Gumtree 5. Now, the units are slated for completion in October of next year, 2022, and are being acquired for a consideration of approximately $3.13 million US. Now, Sagicor Select Funds Limited, the updated NAV here, that's the net asset value, been trading a bit sideways, but better than a couple of months ago or in 2020. So the bottom line here is the updated NAV as at September 8, 2021. It's unaudited. For the financial, there are 2 different ones. Financial, manufacturing, distribution, but for the financial, just over 80 cents, 80.5 cents per share. Manufacturing distribution, $1.11 and 7, so just under $1.12 per share. Now, Blue Power Group Limited, that's BPOW, ticker symbol, talking about here about getting into a sale agreement for the purchase of property. Now, Co-Trade Limited, which is a wholly owned subsidiary of Blue Power Group Limited, they're coming out here and saying that they've signed, done a deal, an agreement for the sale of property and a purchase agreement. Now, Neptune Communications, new company. We haven't heard much about them, but they're going to be in the broadband game, coming out of the pack from nowhere. Recently announced a couple of weeks ago, getting into the Jamaica market, Jamaica operations, Jamaica subsidiary. So now they're announcing the appointment of Mr. Bennett-Easy for the Jamaica subsidiary and operations. Now, Neptune Communications, who are they? What are they? They're a Barbados-based company, communication company, as the name says, and they're now putting in this gentleman as managing director for the Jamaica subsidiary and his appointment as MD. Last up, big news of the week, Barita Investments. The APO is now open and they're going for a whopping Jamaican $10 billion. I mean, $10 billion, not a lot of money for Barita. They've done this time and time again. So it opened on September 6, 2021. The headline details of Barita: 125 million shares on offer with the ability to upsize a further 62.5 million shares. So as we said, they're shooting for 10 billion, big ones, Jamaican dollars. What's the whole, the breakdown here? That's what the market wants to know. So they're diversifying principal investments, 4 billion Jamaican. What does that mean? Like alternative, maybe some private equity. They already have a huge balance sheet, investments performing well. We spoke about Pulse, they're doing that deal. We don't get all their deals, but once the client announces it, we get to hear what Barita is doing, taking some corporate banking market share, some investment banking market share. Expansion of footprint, 4.12 billion Jamaican dollars. We don't get the further breakdown, but that's a big footprint deal. I'm Mark Croskery. Have a great weekend. This is Business Live.